Um, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're live?
Yeah, we're live now.
All right, sounds good. All right, so just had a little jump of head start. So Ron, part of In Motion podcast, codename Black Wolf. And then we got Tom the Wingman over here, here to do a summer kickoff. How we doing today, Tom?
Everything's good. Yourself?
We're doing quite all right. We're just
Thanks
trying
for
to.
coming down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry about the little summer delay, but it's just people are out and about these days.
Don't blame short traffic. Blame yourself.
Yeah, we can do that too. I mean, I want to blame the other guy, but
There
we
you
don't see him.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, so
Belmore's popping this afternoon. Beautiful day in Belmore. My favorite days.
absolutely. I mean, a lot of people are doing a lot of different things, a lot of summer events. Different, people are getting out more about it. Most people were hibernating in the wintertime, so now people are trying to be more lively. And more.
Would you bring wings in for us?
I did bring wings in
Did
for
you
us.
want me to try one?
Yeah, if you want to try one, it's a rotisserie. I told him to do barbecue, and hopefully he infused it.
All right.
But yeah, let's do it.
Where are these wings from? We'll give them a shout
The
out.
Anchor, right
Anchor
across the
Ta-
street.
Anchor Tavern, right across the street from us.
All right, let's see what we got.
Good thing.
I always like the rotisserie.
It's solid. Anchor does a nice job. 10th Ave does a nice job on their wings.
So we got a good solid. What do we got out of 1 out of 10? What do we got?
I'll give it a 9.
All right, that's not bad. I can smell it from here, so it's got to mean something. Yeah. So as the summer kickoff is going on, we got a bunch of different things going on. As we know, we just started in June. Today's June 2nd. It is Pride Awareness, Pride Month to be exact. I know Asbury had their Pride Parade yesterday, so that was that's always the good to support different other people's antics, different cultures. So it's good to have the more respect. And as we're doing this, also small businesses are having their big moments, restaurants, especially ones by the beaches and just in general things. So if you're going to do, advertising, you're going to be generally just around to do these general aspects. And with that being as well, always be careful who you do your business with and who is, reliable source. So if you can talk about general business during the summertime, because we're over here in his Belmar location, the Wingman. So
you're at Wingman Belmore today at 801 Main Street, right around the corner from the Anchor Tavern. Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing the recording here today.
Of course.
So it's the summer, business is in full swing. You want to make sure you're maximizing all your customer relationships and bringing as many customers in, especially for the short businesses that are, their whole business is made up during these 13 weeks of summer. So, with your social ads, your social media posting, keeping your website up to date. These are all great ways as guests and tourists come down to the shore that you can make sure that they're seeing your stuff.
No, absolutely. I feel like that is really important, especially when it comes to, really trying to make something for the community and really being a part of the community, not just trying to be like, oh, I just want to gain that aspect. I just want to, I want to gain the aspect, but I want to do it to help my community. I want to make that general support. So I feel like that's generally important. And it's like, when you have that constant movement, that's when it becomes more, a big thing is the consistency, because
consistency is key, especially in marketing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know. So I apologize, guys, for not, being after January. There was just a couple of sit-ups, but you know what? I'm here to make the jump, and I'm here to kick things off, just to start fresh and really willing to make the move every week of the day, guys. So I'm happy Tom is here to help me open that up. So with the In Motion, I, plan to make those movements out. We got still people doing cancer awareness. So lately, I've been hearing a lot of different things about the whole cancer. That was, and that's just horrible as it is, the whole. So, I feel for those, who are trying to help, who have it, guys, I really do hope for speedy recovery and I understand that myself. But, I have people who fight through it, and, I'm hoping that, all these with this different cancer awareness, we can get through that. as well as that is, as well as try to start your business. I know there are people, plenty of kids trying to get out of college, trying to get things going. People who graduated college, people who graduated high school, are trying to do their own different things. My sister's 21 and she's already trying to start her whole VR business, and she's only 21. So,
Really?
yeah, I know it's crazy. You never know. These kids.
Does she need a website?
She's probably getting ready to look into it, but
So
she's
who
been
should
on.
I call?
I mean, I'll invite her to Wingman,
There you
man.
go.
I'll invite her to Wingman, but like I said, these kids are growing up fast. So the way I see it is like, with that being said, there's a bunch of different, things going on. So always be careful who you choose, and always be careful who you're listening to, what you see, and who you respond to. Speaking of responding, guys, these scams, they're getting trickier and trickier. So it's always good to be aware on who you can trust and what is reliable. If so, for example, if you get a text message that's offering you something great, don't go to it right away, because always look your research, always look into it. Don't hit it right away. Always make sure you contact people who know that, who've done it before.
Somebody texted me today, a client texted me today about some scam that they received via text message, and I said to him, look, this looks like a scam.
Exactly. Like if it's too good to be true, that's the thing. It's like, don't hit it right away. Always make sure you do your back research, or like said, contact somebody who knows, who's probably been through the situation. And like these easy passes, guys, if you have an easy pass, look into it. If you don't have an easy pass, it's a scam. I know that's been going around, but it all depends on, who, like I said, what you're lying about. And it's just the way things are now. You just want to be careful, especially when you want to get things started and get a jump start on what you want to do in life. So it's always to be careful, do the research. It always helps, and don't worry, if you need help, Wingman's got your back.
Awesome. Good shout out there, buddy.
Hey, you know what? If it helps, it helps, man. Like I said, it's people say we need to know that we're supporting one another. That's what a community is all about, and that's why I've always been a community guy. So as you never know what business helps. Like, I understand that there's business you're trying to deck it out, but like, what? If you can help one another out, I feel like that's what makes the big process happen in the long run.
I love it.
You got anything for the summer kickoff going around?
Summer kickoff. Belmont's in full swing. The whole Jersey Shore is in full swing at this point. Had 2 weekends of summer, and I think it's going to be a great summer. Check out, if you're in Belmont, check out some of the great restaurants. Check out across the marine. The marinas right across the street, and you have the fishing charter boats and the Belmont Tiki boat. There's great options to go out on a sunset cruise on some of the fishing boats. The Deborah Ann charters, the Golden Eagle fishing charter. So a lot to do right across the street on 35 over there. And within Belmont, there's some great places to eat. There's casual places as well as nice sit down places. So I recommend.
Oh yeah, especially when you got the ones right around the boardwalk. I always feel like it's a good time. Like honestly, this time of the season, it's more like it's really open. It's more like people are out and about. People have that good positive like side to them.
I agree. And come before Father's Day, it's less people down here. After Father's Day and the kids get out of school, then it's going to get crazy. What are you looking at? What do you want? One of those wings? Don't be messing up. Don't mess up the camera work. You can grab one. There he goes.
Don't worry. Yeah. We don't worry. We got a lot of people behind the scenes. We're always prepared. But so one thing I like to see is like, okay, businesses are trying to get about. We're all trying to make something of our selves. Do what's well for us as well as for the community itself. But the most important thing is that one thing I always see what you do is like when you're striving for something, go at it with purpose. And the reason I say with purpose, it may sound a little strict, but the thing is, if you don't have purpose behind what you're doing, there's no forward step. The path can't be built for you. You have to build the path, And I speak to the people who are trying to, strive to move forward with something, especially as they're trying to start their life going, whether it's like, whether you're getting out of college, whether you're getting out of high school, or whether you're just decide that you just want to do. I know there's no like general step into that. Most people like they say you do well at 21, you fail at 25, you find something at 30, and you make more progress at 36. There's no age difference where you can do it. There's no like step. I know people make steps about it, but it depends on how you do it. and this is why this is so important, is because purpose gives you meaning.
Awesome. Oh, a great thought process there, and great, good
I mean,
vibes.
I
for
thought it was
people.
pretty deep. I was going to a deep aspect, and then I jumped right out. But like, the thing is, like, that's the biggest thing, is like, everyone's on a different mindset. But like,
Mhm.
the thing is, once you get there, the sky's the limit. Now it's on you. Now you got to say how you want to do it, how you want to build it, and just generally, it's like, what are you looking for in your audience, and just how how you going about it. I mean, the way I see it is like, when you build something, what are you looking for? How are you going to do it? Who are your people? And what's going on for the moment of it?
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, well, let's have a great kickoff to the summer.
Yes.
I'm glad you came in today.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah,
Thanks
of
for
course.
bringing some wings in.
Yeah, of course. We got
Our man is trying to crush those wings behind the camera there.
Hey, we're all pretty hungry.
But
we're all hungry for a good start.
There you
That's what
go.
I'm saying. We're all empty stomach for a good start. So
we're
That's how we-
off to the races for the summer.
absolutely. So yes, guys, this was a summer kickoff. There'll be more to come. But like I said, we're gonna keep making things happen. I'm jumping back and motion jump back set, and of course we got our wingman right beside us. So like I said, there's nothing to lose, guys. So keep it off strong. Thank you, and we will be seeing you guys very shortly, and we'll be talking with you. If you guys got any businesses, shout outs, interviews, or just a general tour of your business, let me know. Let Emotion know. Let Wingman know, and we'll just pass it on through.
Awesome.
All
Thanks,
right.
buddy.
No worries. Have a good night, guys.